What's going on, everybody? Welcome to AZ Ruction, and today we're doing our first video chat. Got my boy Eric right here. Eric, go ahead. Tell us about yourself, bro. Where are you from? How did everything get started for you, man?
So originally from Phoenix, Arizona. Grew up in West Phoenix, specifically. Let's see. Well, I live out here in Texas now, San Antonio. Been out here for like 2 years. Been out of Arizona for 3. 2018, I was living in Columbia, South Carolina, which was actually cool, but definitely not used to the rain out there. It rained a lot, so if anybody from Arizona ever goes to, South Carolina, I'm telling you right now, it fucking rains there. Like every week, every day.
Shit ton, huh?
So yeah, it's like you think monsoon something? Nah. Monsoon ain't shit compared to how it is out there. Or like anywhere near like any type of like big type of body of water.
That's crazy, man. And do you like the difference? Did you like the difference?
Yeah, I mean, like the weather wise, yeah. I mean, it's not as hot. The only thing that's like really big out there is like the humidity. Like the humidity is pretty high, so you might get like 90-degree temperature, but the fucking humidity is like up in the 80s, 90s. Where back home, it's like super low. Like it's just dry heat.
Yeah, it's dry. Yeah. Man, okay. So when did you start getting, like, when did you, like, obviously you moved away from there, you had your reasons, so you know what I mean? When did you actually start getting into trouble? Like, how old were you? Roughly.
I'd probably say like 16, 17, close to like 16 to 18 pretty much. Like before that, like I wasn't really getting into too much trouble. I wasn't doing really like drugs or anything. I was just like pretty much smoking weed. Was into like like the skater shit, rock and roll shit. Like never really that
Yeah, it's just the
shit.
Yeah, the normal shit that a lot of people start out.
Yeah, like like the stereotypes. Like that wasn't my stilo, I guess.
Yeah. I feel you on that, bro. So like what was like one of the first things you got in trouble with?
I believe it was like shoplifting. I used to go to where I lived at on the west side. There was a Fry's, and I would go to the Fry's, and I'd go to like the electronic center, and I would steal like all the rock CDs that I wanted, all the from the bands that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
So like one time they were just watching me like pretty much take the CDs, and as I was like getting ready to like dip out, they came up to me and they're like, "Yo, we were watching the whole time." I was like, "Shit," and like they literally like took my ass right there, and I was gone. Like, and I think I had like maybe like 6 CDs like tucked in my pockets, waistband, and yeah. And I think I had like Linkin Park, a Slipknot album. Shit, what else?
Some good shit, boy.
Yeah, I think I had a couple. Like, I think I even had like a couple rap ones. I think I took a Tupac. I think there's a Tupac album. I don't remember. Like, I just remember for sure. Like there was a Slipknot one, Linkin Park, Tupac, and then I forgot what the other ones were.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, man. I mean, it's not like awesome, but it's funny because it's like, that's when that's like, I don't know about for you, but for me, that's like I used to, when I would steal shit at one point, it was stuff that I wanted. You know what I mean? And then later on, for me, it just started turning into stuff for other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It starts out.
It progressed.
Right. It starts out innocent enough with yourself because it's just the shit that you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It starts off as like petty shit, and then you move your way up to like bigger shit.
Yo, you start seeing, man, there's a little bit of money in some of this shit
Yeah.
here.
If like somebody else wants it, they're gonna pay you for it. You just gotta go take it. Like
Yeah, you just go get it,
it's
bro.
all profit. Yeah, it's all profit for you. Like
Hmm.
it ain't nothing.
Arizona has some of the craziest. We had. I knew of entire theft rings. You know what I mean? That were just going on, bro. You know what I mean? Arizona's crazy with that shit. Everything. You know what I mean? When I came to where I'm at now in Colorado, it was crazy because it was like not everything is locked up. I can walk. I can have tattoos and shit. Excuse me. I can have tattoos and shit, and I can walk out with a whole bunch of shit in bags, and they're not gonna want to sit there and go, "Hey, excuse me, sir, can I see your receipt?" You know what I mean?
Uh,
I don't get that over here. Like I've never seen anybody get stopped. Only people that get stopped walking out are ones that like volunteer their receipt. You know what I mean?
yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
So what was your actual like? What you when you finally went to jail for your first time? What was it for?
Um, all right, so I went. All right, so it was like a juvenile charge. I was a minor. I was like 17. I got caught up in a G ride. Um,
Hey,
so I was
explain
on for
real quick. Explain to people what a G ride is, because some people either don't know, and our lingo in Arizona can be different from other people. So explain what a
that.
G ride is, real quick.
All right, so a G ride basically it's just a stolen car. It's a stolen car. Usually, so like during the wintertime out there, people leave their cars running, and people will. I mean, if you leave your car running in the cold, you're pretty much. I mean, you run that risk of somebody taking your shit. Just being honest from my point of view, or But I didn't take. I
Facts.
personally didn't take the car. I just happened to be driving it. While the person that wasn't, or actually that took it, wasn't with me. But I got caught up in it, and I, get
Oh.
my little bed for it. So but
Yeah.
luckily, at the time I was a minor, so I didn't really. Um, I mean, they charged me as an adult, but since it was like my first offense, I basically had to do like um, not juvenile Durango. We were just talking about it earlier. Lower Buckeye had to go
Oh
to
yeah.
LBJ.
Yep. Yep.
With the yellow sleeves.
Yeah. 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 The
They called they
bumblebees.
yeah they called
The
them bumblebees.
bumblebees. Yep.
So I think I did like 6 months there. Got out. I was working, and then shit, my dumb ass little pothead. Smoking weed, got in trouble, and I had turned 18 already. So and then I had to go back to jail. Actually, no, I was in a car accident after that or before that. I forgot how the fuck it happened, but I ended up going back um, when I had turned 18, but I was still like on probation for that charge from when I was 17.
Yep.
And I ended up going to Durango D8, the warehouse. You've been in
Mm-hmm.
there, you know how that shit is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I never had to actually. I got lucky out of all the times I was in Durango. I never had to go to the warehouse, but I just heard a whole bunch of crazy shit about the warehouse. I had homies from the streets that had been in there. One of my good friends, he just got out a little bit ago, a couple years ago. He was stuck in that motherfucker for months. Like they wouldn't move him
yeah,
and shit. You know what I mean? He was,
yeah, and the
causing
bunk, like
ruckus.
the bunks are like stacked too. Like it's,
Well,
I want to say like 3 high or 4, I forgot, but it was like they were stacked, and like it was just like rows of it, like in a big ass warehouse.
hey, explain the difference between like how the normal cluster and the normal pods would be versus the warehouse. Even though it sounds
All right.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, the warehouse, like like you said, it's self-explanatory. Like it's a warehouse just with a bunch of fucking gel beds, like bunks. Like I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was like minimum 3, 4 high. Um, then obviously you got like a restroom, but the restrooms were open. So like if you're taking a shit, like you're taking a shit next to somebody, or obviously the rule is like you gotta skip a shitter. You don't ever sit next to somebody because we're all grown ass men. You don't do that shit. Same thing with the showers too. Like, so they were open showers. So you're next, like butt ass naked. You're seeing his dick. He's seeing your dick. He's seeing your ass. You're seeing his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
um, but that like you had to you know, if a lot of people taking a shower, you had like same thing. You have to skip. So like one shower stall,
Yeah.
next one has to be, and that's not coming from the jail rules. That's coming from that's just
But
inmate
hey,
inmate shit.
they don't want no moon
Like
landings.
yeah, so it's just kids. And then I mean I think it's common courtesy too. Just even like before that, like you can go in there like when you go to like a public restroom as a free man, like you don't ever go like say you're gonna go to a pisser, like you don't ever uh, go to one next to another man. Like it's just it's common courtesy. So
Yeah. Same
unless
thing.
it's just like a mentality thing from prison, like you just skip. But as far as I know, like even being out for as long as I've been out now,
Well,
I
how
see
long have
people
you been
like
out for?
I've been out for this September it'll be 8 years.
Let's go. Hell yeah, congratulations, bro. That's good, bro.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm glad,
and
bro. You did a good
they
stretch
did their
too, so
yeah, and they were like one of the guards was like for like these dudes didn't like me for shit, and like one dude like he would tell me like, oh, you're coming back. I'm like, okay. He's like, I don't plan on making this like a career. I'm not knocking anybody that goes back and does whatever, but there are some guys that want to make a career out of it.
yep.
We'll get into that too, but
Yeah.
it's just
No.
what it is, though. That's it's just the way of life for some people.
Yeah,
There's some
definitely.
people that learn their lesson from just that one time.
Yeah, definitely.
So
And then some just don't, bro.
yeah, some
You
people
know what I
like
mean?
they go back to whatever it is they're doing. I'm not knocking it for it. Like if that's
Yeah.
what you want to do, you want to do G rides, you want to get back into that lifestyle. Hey man, I'm not knocking you for it, man. That's just me
Yeah.
personally. Like that ain't me. I did some dumb shit, got caught up,
Yep.
and I took it.
Yeah.
Took it.
Figured it out, fucking moved on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. So, hey, so what was inevitably the next charge that landed you in county and then after that when we'll get into your prison on the next one on
Okay, so like
part two, but what got you into
yeah, so like
county before you went to prison?
okay, so I've actually been to prison twice. The first one I don't really count it because it was basically like a probation violation, and then they just sent me to DOC, and I wasn't even in there that long, like maybe like 5 months, if I
Yeah,
remember right. So like it wasn't really that much of an experience compared to obviously my second time where I did 6 years.
yeah.
So yeah, the
Big
6 years that
difference.
was huge
Big
difference. Like
difference.
because the first time that I went in for the 5 months, like I didn't see nothing, nothing too crazy. I would hear stories, but that's about it. But I didn't see nothing really pop out. I mean, there was stuff popping off, but like I didn't get to like see it with my own eyes. I just knew like stuff would happen because they had the air horn going off, so or the alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the alarm going off. So like something's popping off. Like either somebody's fighting or somebody's getting poked. So
Getting stuck, boy.
yeah. So
Yup. So what was the charge that you actually
all right, for that one, so it was the stolen car, but it's not GTA
Oh,
like
that's
like
right.
people think. Yeah, it's not GTA. It's
Theft of
basically
means.
like joyriding. Yeah, there you go. Theft means
Yep.
transportation. Um, so like yeah, everybody that whole stigma of GTA, there's no charge. There's no actual
Not
charge
necessarily.
called GTA. I
Yeah,
mean,
they changed
as
it.
far as I know, in Arizona, it's not GTA.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Hey, so this is what they did. It used to be GTA back in the day. I don't know how long ago. But they
Yeah,
changed it to theft of means so that Arizona could lock more motherfucking people up. You know what I mean? It got to it so it's like I know that if I rode my bicycle every day to school or work and you came and took it and that's theft of means.
yeah. Theft
Just
means
another way.
transportation.
It's just another way for them to lock you up in Arizona because people it is an incarceration state, so they're gonna try and get you.
Oh,
So
excuse me.
so for that one, how long were you out before you got in trouble again and ultimately before you went back to prison?
I believe like when I got out from the first prison time.
Yep.
Okay, so I got out. I want to say like June 2007
Okay.
because I was in there for like 5 months.
Right.
Got
Right.
out and like bullshit you not, like I was out for like 2 weeks and then I went straight back, and this was for a new charge.
Oh, for a new charge.
Yeah,
Shit. So what was the new charge?
aggravated assault. I shot somebody.
Aggravated assault. Man. Okay. See, that's crazy.
It wasn't even like they tried to do like attempted murder, but was able to drop it because it was more like I wouldn't say like self defense, but
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't use self
See.
defense. But
See, that's how much of that, like, that's crazy how difference, like how much of a gap Arizona will leave for you to get into trouble, because what I went to prison for was aggravated assault, and that was for punching some dude. And oh, hey, well, you remember when I knew you when we worked at the restaurant. Remember, I was
Mhm.
on I was I
Oh
was
yeah,
out
yeah,
on probation, and I was fighting that case where I
yeah,
knocked that dude's teeth out.
yeah.
That's what I went to prison for, is that right there, that actual charge. So when we met, I was actually fighting that case in court when I met you and shit.
I remember you. Yeah, you'd always be telling me about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's the difference. Is mine was aggravated assault, and I knocked somebody's teeth out, and you got aggravated assault, and you fucking
Yeah, I mean, at first it was they had charged me with attempted murder.
okay.
But I'm not gonna get into too detailed like the whole story. But
Right, right,
like I said, it was kind of like not a, I guess like a self defense type of
right.
situation.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
you know, so yeah, I ended up getting 6 years for it. Originally, I was gonna get 10, but they do like the leniency because you get family. If you got family, they show up for you. Um, that's what gives you like that string, that
Yeah,
little
yeah.
hope. I mean, obviously, there's people that don't have that, so they get the book. You
Right,
know,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So when you were going through that, what was like what was going through your head when they told you again that they were trying to hit you with attempted murder?
honestly, like I knew what I did. I knew what I did was wrong, and
Yeah, yeah.
ain't nobody told me to do that. Um, I did it knowingly, knowing that it was wrong. Like I know that it was wrong. To this day, I
Right.
still know it's wrong. Would I change it? No, I would not change what happened. I would relive that moment and do what the fuck I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that made me who I am now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I definitely needed it. I needed that little, I guess, wake up call. You can
A little
call it.
timeout. A little sit down for
Yeah,
a
a little
second.
time out from the streets. Yeah,
Right,
'cause
right,
I
right.
was a little hothead.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So
Okay, so like, was there ever a point when you were just like, because I know when I was signing my plea, even though it was just because I did the 2.5, but I ended up doing 3 because they took all my good time and shit. So I did all my parole and all that bullshit. So I made it 3. But even just 2.5, when I was signing my plea, there was still a pause for a second when I was just like, damn, there's 2.5 years of my life that's just
yeah,
I'll never get that back. It's impossible. I'll just never get it back. Once I sign this, that's it. You know what I mean? Did you
yeah.
ever have like a not really a eureka moment, but a moment where you were just like, here it
Yeah.
goes.
I mean, I was young too, so I was like 18.
Oh, so
So
yeah,
like,
you were probably just like, let's go.
yeah, at the time I really didn't care. We're all
Right.
young and dumb.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
don't give a fuck. We act like we're untouchable. I mean, everybody's touchable.
Yeah, yeah,
You
for
learn like
sure.
you live and you learn, but
Yeah, definitely.
um, everybody's definitely touchable. I mean, not in a weird way, but
Yeah, yeah. No,
uh,
hey, I know what you mean. Hey,
um,
people can get
yeah,
a yeah, people think
you
because
know,
they're not somewhere that
you
they
know,
can't get. Yeah.
yeah, like I mean, it's when it's your time, it's your time.
Yup.
It's just
Hey,
it's
straight
just
up.
that and we all have our choices. You know what I mean? Like we all make our choices.
Yeah,
Like I
definitely.
said, nobody sat there and forced me to do what I did. I did it. I knew what I did. I knew it was wrong, but I did it anyways.
Right,
And I
right.
got caught. You know,
Yeah. Yo.
I'm not trying to glorify nothing. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right. So while you were in county, uh, explain to people for the Raza, like how is it different? Because you know what I mean. I know when I was in county, we call them Chicanos, and when you got to the joint, it was Raza. At least for the white boys, referring to the Hispanics that way. Did you guys was it the same for you guys? Did you guys already off top pretty much for the most part just know it's what I mean it's Raza, or did you guys still
Um,
call each other Chicanos? Like what was the difference between
nah,
county
nah.
really?
All right, so yeah, there's like a huge, big gap. So basically, count. All right, even in the county, like so, obviously you got your max and you got your minimum. So minimum and max is like two different things. The majority of the guys in the minimum side, um, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying like there's probably like 50%, maybe more that have never been convicted and never been to prison. You got your guys that have been convicted and can hit a minimum. Like me, if I ever went back to Arizona and I got arrested, because of my crime, even me being out for so long, I could never see a minimum. I'll
Yeah.
always go to max.
Yep.
But minimum most of the time in county, those dudes never seen prison. There, like I said, there is some people that have, and are lucky to go back to minimum.
Right.
Then
Right.
max custody is like obviously for like the higher charges, or majority of the time it's the guys that have already been to prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
that there's that different there. So there is a difference county-wise. But then when you get to prison, then you're pretty much in the major leagues.
right. Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, that's what
So
they call. That's what everybody considers it, the major leagues, and then
yeah.
obviously
Definitely.
county being like the minor shit.
Right. So what was while you were in county? What was give me like a brief description of how your first county fight went. Can you remember it all?
Mm, Okay, so like my first, I would say, all right, when I was in juvenile in Lower Buckeye,
Mm-hmm.
I was celled up with a paisa. Um, I think I had came back from court. He came back from court, and I don't know what made this dude like decide to say this shit, but he started calling me a bitch. And like,
Number
and I'm
one.
not even. But at this time, I wasn't even in the adult side. I was still a juvenile. So,
Right.
but
Right.
even then, it's like, dog, you don't even know me. I don't know you. You're not just gonna call me no bitch. You don't even.
Right.
So I gave him one chance. Like, chill out. I gave him that one chance. That was it. He
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
it that
Yeah.
second time. That was it. I had to beat his ass.
Just handle that.
So I beat his ass. And
Yep.
after that, he didn't call me a bitch. Then, like, he wanted to be super cool. And yeah.
Yeah.
But my actual fight, like when I was up in max custody, shit, man, I can't even remember it, but it was over something stupid. I can't remember exactly because it's been so long. It's been over 10 years.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
for
remember
sure.
exactly how it happened. I mean, that one, the juvenile one, that's always gonna repeat in my mind.
Right. Right. Right.
But the first time, I don't remember what it was for. I think it was over like a card game. Something like the dude got mad and then he like called me out, and I was like, obviously you can't. I mean, you're with the other big boys, so it's like if you don't go, you're gonna get your ass beat by two other guys. You know, so it's like take your
Yeah.
chance with getting beat by one dude or get beat by two. I mean, but I already knew like not to sound cocky, but I already knew I was gonna beat this dude's ass. So yeah, I went
Right.
in
Right.
there
Right.
and I handled my business. So
Yeah. Definitely. That's what's up, dude. So when you were in county, because I know for me, like when I would go to county, like I would just get sleep going through the matrix because I knew that the next few, because I'm usually going to be there for a few months. So I already knew the next few months. hey, I'm about to be beating motherfuckers up and playing poker. You know what I mean? Like, were you did you put in a little bit of work and stuff while you were in county? You know what I mean? Were you a couple smash
Uh,
riots, anything like that pop off?
so I had to do one like no wait, I did one for sure. I'm not sure if I did a second one, but one I did for sure. Um, I don't want to like get too detailed on it, but
Yep.
I went to court. Um, met with somebody that was in the hierarchy, and he asked if so and so was there, and I honestly I didn't know what he was like, why he was asking, and I'm not gonna ask him why he's asking, but he just asked. I figured he knew the guy like personally. They were cool, but
Yeah, yeah.
he told me the name, told me who he was, and he asked for like anybody else that certain names. Told him, you know, and he said, okay, well, you tell him so and so said this. Take care of this. I went back and told him what
Yeah, yeah.
told him what was said, and you know the situation had to be handled. It was handled.
Yep.
Um, I was one of the people that had to handle it
Right, right.
since I did bring back the message. But there's been other times where I've brought messages back and like I didn't have to do nothing,
Right,
but
right, right.
it just happened to be like that first time that I brought back a message. And at the time I didn't know none of like the actual official lingo, I guess you can say, because
Yep.
you know,
And really how it all works, bro, because hey, I don't know about you, but like even like being in county, like in and out, like I always kind of knew that it's nothing like prison, but you kind of feel like it's like
it's the minor leagues pretty much. It's like,
right.
I
But
mean,
while you're there, you don't feel like that. You know what I mean? You feel like, oh yeah, this shit's crazy here. It's going down. You know what I mean? Even though
yeah,
you know in the back of your head that prisons like there's a way big, there's huge difference. You know what I mean? In the difference of the two, like you said, it's like minor leagues versus the major leagues. It's just it's literally a night and day. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, okay. So like with that being said, you know what I mean? Like your your time in there, uh what was the craziest thing that you had seen? Like personally, that you can speak on.
Okay.
Like one that just stands out to you right away. You know what I mean? Like you're just like shit, I'll always remember that.
Okay. So I think it was already like 2008. Um. So I remember. I didn't bring back the word, but so they were going around saying something. It was gonna pop off, with another race. I guess I'll say because I'm not gonna say exactly what it was over, or I guess I could, without giving away too much. I don't really like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
dive into like the taboo of all that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Just say what you feel like you can, bro. Don't worry.
um, but it was over another race. Yeah, it was with the black guys. You know,
Yep. Hmm.
um, so one of the individuals, I believe he owed money, to our side, to the top tier guys. Um,
Yep.
and he owed those guys money, man. Like pay it off. You've seen, like you've seen the movies. I'm not gonna say like American Me or Blood and Blood Out, but I would say like Goodfellas or those movies where it's like you see them or somebody owes somebody money and they send somebody to beat your ass or
Hmm.
towards you. Like, all right, so well, obviously, well, they wanted this guy pretty jacked up. So, but I wasn't one of the guys that had to go in there. But I do remember like I was sitting at the table and like it was weird because like I was in max custody, Fourth Ave jail, and so I'm sitting at the table and I'm facing towards like the rec area, and I believe it was nighttime, so you could see like directly back behind you through through the windows,
Yeah.
and I could see like right in dude's cell. You know, I believe he was sitting on the toilet, and I wasn't told like how many people were gonna go in. I just was told like it's possibly gonna pop off with the rest of them. Because if one's fighting us, they got back much. Like same with us. If we see them, and I'm pretty sure that goes for everybody, white boys too.
Yep.
So yeah, but I remember that I was just like sitting at the table, and I think we were playing pinochle, I believe. We were playing, and then all of a sudden, like I could see, like I seen the guy, like I'm looking at the window, and I could see the guys, walking towards the door, and I was like, oh shit! So like I'm like, oh my god, so this is my first time. This is gonna be my first time like involved in like a riot.
Right.
So yeah, I see them going there, and I see the shit going down, and I'm just like, oh shit. So I put my cards down, and that's when the other guys, his people noticed it, and that's when shit popped off.
Everybody just started going on.
Yeah, that was like my
all
first
hands
like,
on deck.
Yeah, that was my first wild moment there.
Yeah, bro, that's pretty crazy. A good little riot in county. See, I got lucky. I didn't get involved. I didn't get, I never had we never had a riot pop off while I was locked up. So, and I do consider that a win. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people catch a lot of extra charges. You know what I mean? And especially when you're doing like small time like I was or something, a little 2.5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
like if you catch extra time, it is what it is. But you also at the same time, you don't really. You're kind of at the same time, you're like, man, I hope some shit don't pop off sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it does, it does.
If it does, it does. It is what it is.
You just have to be like mentally and physically ready for it. Because if you're not, then not saying something bad could happen to you, but I mean, obviously you don't want nothing bad to happen to you. But, but you definitely have to be on your P's and Q's when it comes down to being locked up. I mean, there's a lot of guys in there, man.
Hey, in county too, bro. They're so sneaky, bro. You know what I mean? That the rules and shit is just slightly different. You know what I mean? So it's just more. I feel like it's just more. It's organized, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's just there's no convict code to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not as structured. It's not structured as once you hit the actual yard.
Yeah.
Once you hit the yard, like because when you're in county, like you said, like there's really nothing. There's no rules. There's rules, but it's not as strict as on a real yard.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. And it's true, man. It's this is definitely different, bro. You know what I mean? So let me I'll ask you another one real quick. What was the one time like where you actually like you were like, yeah, I'm here in jail now. You know what I mean? Like that realization, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I would go through weeks just playing cards, fighting, smashing people out, doing little, this, that, and the other, running around, fucking, doing this and that. But then every couple, once in a while, there would be that time where I would just be sitting on my rack and you're just like, damn, I'm in jail right now.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go home. I can't leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was your first, when was your first time like that?
All right. So I won't even talk about my juvenile stuff because it went by so fast. Like it didn't even feel like I was. But when I was actually going through my serious stuff, that's when everything hit me. But I would say towards when I was getting my year mark in county.
That's long, bro.
Yeah, that's when I was like, damn, and then thinking about the time. So that's but I'd probably say close to 10 months, 10 months in. That's when that's when I really snapped out of it and shit, I'm fixing to go to prison.
Right.
For 7 years.
Yeah.
And shit.
Hey, that shit always seems to it might not always hit home right away or all the time, but when it does, man, you feel it, bro. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody says. There's always going to be one point in time where you're just like, damn, I can't go home. Like I can't get up from here and just go home. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird, it's just a weird feeling. The reason why I say it's because we're getting, there's people that have never been in trouble that watch the stuff. So that's why I'm trying to say, like it's just there's a point in time where like it's a different feeling. If you haven't felt that feeling of like you can't go
That's
home, this is the
so
different
like
feeling.
the people that I've ran into like since I've been out, and I see them like doing a little dumb shit, that they're gonna possibly get locked up. It's like, I mean, you can give them all this game. You could take a water to horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd be trying to tell like the kids. I'm gonna say kids because I'm getting older.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would tell them, you know what I mean, like just be ready for the consequences, because I'm not praying that you get caught up, but if you do, just letting you know, like, because I'll tell you right now, man, like one thing I don't take for granted no more is freedom.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Once you have it taken from you, bro, it's you want nothing but to get it back.
Yeah.
And then even once we get it back, you and I still have freedoms that we don't get back.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like
there's ways of getting your stuff back, but
it depends. Yeah, it depends. Like for
it
me,
depends
I'm
on the
gonna be
situation.
right. Mine, I can believe it's weird because mine's aggravated assault, but they said that I can get it back because mine, the judge did me a solid. I guess he put it down as non-repetitive, non-dangerous, and non-something. I can't remember what the other third part was. Can't believe I forgot that right now. But yeah, man. But yeah, man. So at that point, you're pretty much just gearing up, getting ready to preparing for prison. You know what I mean? Real quick before we end this one, because we're gonna do the part two, just in case people didn't catch that, we're gonna do a part two. So about when he actually went to prison, and then he'll talk about what he can from his experience in there. But what did you do to gear up and like prepare yourself to go to prison? You know what I mean? I know everybody does something different. Some people just are like, just don't even think about it until they get there. Some people like to mentally prepare. Me personally,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I
even
mean,
know what I really did. I don't remember what I did really. It's a weird question, I guess.
no, well, like I was saying, like the difference like in county. So how like I was talking about, like there's max and there's minimum. Max
Yep.
being you're going to be surrounded with majority of the guys that have already been there, and they're pretty much like the guys that are climbing their way up.
Right. Yep.
Or that's the majority. And like the majority of them are there for like some serious stuff. But they've already been to the yard. See, that's the
Yep.
difference in county. So like if you do hit max custody, you will be around like the real deal guys
Yard
that have
motherfucker.
been in
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
But like I said, in the minimum, they're there too, but it's not as many.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll slip through.
Yeah, they will.
We have plenty of guys that slip through here and there. And every
Yeah.
time they did, that shit was lit, boy. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They motherfuckers were getting smashed twice as much. You know what I mean? People were getting their asses whooped twice as much that day. There's always something else when somebody from the yard fucking actually comes on to the, you know what I mean? Especially when there's a whole bunch of people there that haven't been to prison and they think that this and this is how it's ran. And then some people come in who can actually say, like, hell nah, bro, that ain't how that works. Their whole world just flips upside down. Like they didn't know what was up, what was down. You know what I mean?
And here's the really the part that they really fuck up is they think that the police in there is gonna help them right away. Like it'll work like that.
Nah.
It don't work like that, dude.
Nah, bro. Hey, because they want to see it. They want to see it just as much as we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, because everybody loves a good fight in there. You know what I mean?
Hey, dude, when I was up in Fourth Ave, bro, like so they got you got I guess the tower, I guess, and then you got the the what's it called the Sally port, I guess you want to call it.
Yeah. Yep.
But that window, like you could just see them, like they got their hands in their vest like this, and they're
And they're just
watching all the shit's
watching.
going down. Like they love
Yep.
seeing that shit, man. So it's like, so all these dudes that are like thinking, yelling for the cops and shit, like, nah, dude, that don't work. I mean, they got to come in there eventually, but they're gonna sit there, get their little,
Yep.
get their
And
little show
two,
that they want to see.
exactly. And then and for them too, it's usually I guarantee you it's a double thing. You know what I mean? They get to get their rocks off by seeing them. They most of them don't like us. They grow a hate for us, just like most of us don't like them either. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, but then at the same time, I bet you when they're sitting up there too, they're just watching like, oh yeah, look at Christopher running up in that motherfucker. Yeah. Why does he always got to run up in there? Let's keep an eye on that. Here, hey, take his name down real quick when we go down there. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. You run up in there, they're like, man, here he goes again.
I mean, but unless like it's some sneaky shit, unless it's some sneaky shit like that. I mean, because obviously you catch somebody in the room, you do it in the room. But if it's out in the day room, yeah. But if you're in the room, you're pretty much fucked, dude. Until like like they do
up,
walking,
bro.
like it just depends. Like,
and they can't always hear you scream, people yelling either. You know what I mean?
Nah. There was one time actually. The first guy that I smashed in Fourth Ave, like I didn't even see this dude run up to the so in Fourth Ave they have the buttons. So like in Lower Buckeye they have the button, the speaker right there by the door. But in Fourth Ave it's in the back by the toilet.
Okay.
So when we did, my first time after we got done, while I was walking out, he hit the button. Like I didn't even realize he went to the back of the button. He hit the button. He said, "Hey man, I gotta go. They just fucked me up and all this other shit." And I was like, "Oh shit!" But I just kept walking. So I was like, I heard it, and I just kept walking. And that's when they came in though.
Hey, people don't forget that shit, bro. People don't forget when you tell on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People just don't forget.
That's what I remember but luckily, I didn't get charged with it. Me or the other guys, we didn't get charged with it because they didn't have. I mean, there's cameras, but since the cameras didn't record the actual beatdown, they couldn't do shit. Like even the sergeant said it. He's like, "Dude, common sense tells me y'all beat his ass." He's like, "I know y'all beat his ass, but there's no camera, so I can't sit here and say that y'all beat his ass. I know y'all beat his ass. There's just no evidence that you did it."
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So, like I was in the hole for like a week. And then that's a minimum of 30 days.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say that's crazy, bro. 1 week, hell yeah.
But when they did the investigation, there's no evidence.
Do nothing,
I mean, obviously the dude got his ass beat because he was fucked up. He looked like a pumpkin. His head was fucking swollen.
Oh yeah.
But, like you said, it's not like he can't see us physically doing it. The guards in the tower couldn't see us. There's no other witness but his ass.
Yep, yeah.
He didn't specifically. Yeah, he didn't point us out though.
Right,
he didn't point us out, even though like evidence was on our hands, swollen up and everything. But,
damn, got lucky, bro.
Yeah,
shit, that was a lucky. Yeah, that was a lucky slide right there, bro, for sure, bro.
Well, and he didn't want to press charges, but they did say, if the DA, the district attorney wanted to pick it up, they could. So like, even if he didn't want to press charges, they could still come back. But to this day, it has not been brought up.
That's what's up, bro. And it's too late now. You know what I mean? You're past that 7-year mark anyway. So
yeah, because that was back in 07, 08, or 2021. That's 13 years, minimum 13 years.
7 years, bro. You know what I mean? Falls off. Well, hey, bro, we got some good time in, bro. So we covered your county experience. On the next one, we're gonna cover when you went to prison and how you're doing afterwards, bro. You got anything you want to say? Anybody you want to shout out? You want to shout out any of your platforms or anything you got going on?
You can follow me on Snapchat. Oh shit, son. I don't post that much really. You can go on my YouTube. I used to do gaming stuff. But it is oh shit, son. That's OHHSH, 3 I's, TSON. Oh shit, son.
Cool. I'll put it up here for you too.
Yeah. If y'all play Call of Duty, and I play Call of Duty, so if you play Call of Duty, if you play on PlayStation, it's oh shit, son. If you play on Xbox or PC, and you only play Warzone, it'll be oh shit, son. But instead of the eyes, you can put 3 X's. But yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Everything else is oh shit, son. My Instagram's oh shit, son. Snapchat's oh shit, son. YouTube oh shit, son.
Let's go. Hey, brother. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in with me, bro. And hey, man, like always, I miss you, bro. It's good to see you again, man. It's been a
I miss
while.
you too, bro.
Hey, Tyler's over here too, bro.
Tell me
Yeah.
what's up. It's been a minute since I see both y'all too.
I know, bro. Well, shit, bro. Hey, man. Much love to you, bro. I'm glad you guys doing good in Texas, bro. And hey, you already know. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Hey, so if you guys are new here, go ahead, give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it a comment, let us know what you thought about it. And man, go ahead and smack that bell notification so that you can get all the rest of these interviews and everything else we got coming along. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. Much love to you. All right, brother.
Peace.
Have a good one.